Oh, well, hey there, everyone. Long time no stream. Welcome to RaceRoom, a bit of a departure from AMS 210, but I've been wanting to do this for a while, either as a self-contained video or as a stream. I figured it'd be easy to do it as a stream because I kind of want to drive while doing the feature. It's a lot more fun for me, and you guys get to kind of, hang around and watch and yell at me as I drive very, very badly. So, the plan today. Let's move on to RaceRoom view. The plan today. Ta-da! RaceRoom main screen. So I wanted to see you guys, I wanted you guys to see me set this up so there could be no lies. We're going to go into this with near max AI. And we will see how this turns out. There we go. So what we're going to use today is the Audi R8 LMS GT3 Evo. I have no idea whether this thing is meta or not, but we will see how it goes. I've set up a multi-class race of a bunch of different things. TCRs, the M-Class cars from BMW, GT3s, GT4s, and the Carrera Cup Classic, if I didn't say that already. I'm hoping over the course of this somewhat 3-ish hour race that we're going to do a little bit of lapping, maybe getting lapped as well. Depends on how good the AI actually are. But we're going to see the AI set to 118. I'm hoping that gives me a pretty decent challenge insofar as these AI go. In the offline races that I've tried to do myself, I ran into a bit of a sniggle, you might say. So halfway through the race, usually when you might want to go into the pits, get a whole new fuel load, maybe get some fresh tires, the AI decided to stay out and just run out of fuel in a Nordschleife, then retire. So I'm hoping that won't happen here today, because we're going to go in with a lap-based race rather than a time-based race. Hopefully lets them calculate their fuels a little bit better. So it's going to be 18 laps, including, of course, the qualifying session. That rounds us out to around about 3 hours, give or take. And yeah, I'm hoping for the best. I'm also going to make sure there's a mandatory pit stop set, which I hope forces the AI to actually pit and get new fuel. Mandatory pit stop on. You can see it. You can see it. We'll do a 20-minute window for the mandatory pit. That should be enough. It's around the middle of the race. It should let us pit for a new fuel load and actually finish the race. So because this tends to take a very long time to load, let's get into it now. So, really basic answer to why no 99 AI. RaceRoom appears to be CPU limited from what I can tell. Whenever I try to run a 99 AI race, it just dies. So it's trying to run on one core out of the 16 on my CPU. So the game is chugging along at terrible frames. I can see that my GPU utilization is like 40% while it's running at basically slideshow spec. So it's definitely not made to run 99 cars. It's unfortunate. I was hoping it would be. Trust me, it's one of the first things I tried the moment I first booted up RaceRoom. I'm just like, yes, 100 cars, let's go, proper N24, but it wasn't meant to be. So anyway, it's going to be a heck of a loading time, guys. So talk to me. Where are you guys tuning in from? Test driver, is it 20 minutes standing time or is it just the pit window? Because that would be horrible. If they force us to stay in the pits for 20 minutes, that'd be absolutely terrible. But I'm assuming that it's just the pit window that's 20 minutes, right? Right? Whoa, all over the place. A couple of Americans, I'm actually not expecting that. You guys are up early. Hey, Silver K from Estonia. Props. Love that place. I've visited Tallinn a few times. So, to anyone that's run mandatory pits in RaceRoom before, do let me know, is the mandatory pit duration the actual pit window, or is it the amount of time you have to stay in the pits? Because that might create a very interesting twist for our race here. But then again, it gives me a nice 20-minute break to chat with you guys halfway through the race, right? That's not too bad. Good to see all you guys. Thank you for tuning in from all over the place. Wow, crazy. Hey, press any key to continue. Here we go. I need to save my iced tea, guys. I don't know why I'm drinking it now. I saved it as like a sugar hit midway through the race when I start to run out of energy. But I'm not really using it that way, am I? Okay, so it's the minimum pit stop duration. I'm gonna have to get back out and reload this. Drat. It's got some loading times. They don't quite rival R Factor 2, but it's definitely a lot longer than AMS2 and ACC. It's quite impressive, actually, how long it can take. I'm guessing it's because it's core limited. I'm guessing everything's trying to crunch off the one CPU core rather than the other 15. We'll do a minimum duration of 1 minute, maybe so I can get a drink while I'm while I'm doing the pit. And that should do it. Hey, SimRacer GT, good to see you again. Hey Jacob, Edvin, Jason, Leandro, SimRacer GT, Stefan, Pedro, everybody, you guys are great. Thank you for tuning in so early in the stream with so little happening. But it's such an exciting loading screen though, don't you think? Alright, I've learned my lesson. I'm going to drink from the water as we build up. So when I get the violent urge to go pee, it's going to be, I'm at least going to have some tea left to come back to. Thanks, Peter. I'm hoping it goes according to plan. Basement Racer, how you doing? P-Dub. Todd. Roberto. Yeah, I do race online. I was actually racing online with some buds earlier today. In fact, it was the very first thing that I did as soon as I woke up. They're like, hey, Ermin, we saw like your RaceRoom video and it looks really cool and yeah, we got all the DLC and let's race. And I'm like, oh god. Because they're in the US, so it was like super late when I woke up. So I thought, why not? Why not wake up with some RaceRoom online racing? It was super fun. It was super fun. We're doing 2015 DTMs on the RaceRoom test track, which is actually surprisingly really fun. Yeah, very much like a very Gran Turismo inspired kind of track. Very much, I would say it has an arcade flair to it. Alfonso, thank you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. ACC having 0 load times, it's something to do with the crazy compression that Unreal Engine uses. I remember Aris did a live stream where he spoke about them loading in the assets for the first time, and it happened so quickly that they're like, no. There was an error. Something went wrong. We need to go back. We need to check. And they did like 2 hours of stress tests only to find out that everything loaded perfectly fine. It's just a crazy amount of compression that Unreal Engine uses. Kind of loads all the assets ahead of time. Very impressive, very efficient. Unfortunately, this not so much, but still good in its own way. DNR, I'm doing great. Stuff. Yes, Edwin. The audio is going to be top notch. Coming out of the game as well. RaceRoom, of course, renowned as one of the top dogs for audiophilic sounds. Okay. Assuming that I've done everything correctly, I'm going to get my setup on deck. I'm going to warm up very quickly, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, just get into the flow of the Nordschleife on this very temperamental Audi. And then I'm going to qualify. You're going to rather watch me try to qualify against 118 strength AI, which in RaceRoom, I guess might be a tough proposition. I don't know. Mandatory pit stops, 2 tires. I don't know what that means, but sure. Minimum pit stop duration, 1. I'm gonna guess that means 1 minute. A little bit vague in some ways. Yes, Fatty, Ermin is indeed Australian. Well, not really. I'm an import, but, you know, you can call me Australian. Technically, I'm Bosnian. Alright. Do a low fuel load. Here we go. Now I think, if I recall correctly, whoa,
your exit is clear.
as you can see, it's already running super slow. I'm getting like slideshow level frames.
Your brakes are cold, be careful.
Oh man, it's not enjoying this. And this is running at 1440p. For my computer, that's pretty much nothing. We'll try 40% TC to begin with, and I'll work my way down as I warm up. So one thing I love about RaceRoom, guys, especially coming from doing this track in AMS2 the other night, is how connected it feels, how glued you feel to the road. You actually feel like you're on rubber, but not like crazy, super squishy rubber, you know? Like somewhat inflated rubber. I'm running a radar through Otterhud. Thank you guys who suggested that to me last time after the first feature video, rather. And one thing I love is you can do the handoff. So, you know, I've been thinking about this a lot. I've been driving many days in RaceRoom ever since I first got into it. The driving model is somewhere between R Factor 2 and ACC, kinda. It's got the play on the limit from R Factor, but you can't overdrive it and just like drift at 200 Ks. I was wondering, I was about to do another lap. I was about to go into the right. I was like wondering what's going on. Oh God. But yeah, see that would have been a huge nebulous slide in ACC. I would have just been like seesawing left and right trying to get the traction back. But in R3E, when you get a snap, you can just snap it back. So that's one thing I love about it. You can tell that the people who've developed this have been race car drivers at some point. Like they understand the dynamics of how this thing should feel on the limit. Apparently as I don't. But see, you can save it. When you get a snap like that, you can save it. Even if it's your fault. It's not GPU limited, it's CPU limited. So right now it's only using one of 16 cores in my computer, and because it's running a grid of like 45 or 46 AI cars, something like that, it doesn't like life very much. Thank you. I'll try to be safe on curbs. But yes, if you guys want to see this become a reality with actual people, simracing.gp link down below. I do want to set up multi-class races. I want to set up a kind of a league that's ranked, so you might start in TCR, work your way up through whatever GT4 up to GT3, or start in the cup class and, you know, much the same. But yes, I do want to do this in real life in our community. I've just got to work out how to run RaceRoom races. I was trying earlier today, but unfortunately we're getting all kinds of crazy errors. But that is my dream. N24 multi-class with actual people. The bigger the grid, the more the fun. The more the fun. The better the English, Sherman. No. See, you can hold it. No crazy grass bouncing effects, as you would expect. So guys, if you have a moment, please like the stream. It helps us with the algorithm immensely, helps the stream get out to more people. If you enjoy the content on the video, you want to see more RaceRoom stuff or general sim racing content, my very next video is my long planned Fanatec DD1 force feedback guide for all major sims. I'm just waiting for some friends to help me out with the iRacing section, because obviously I've never driven an iRacing, nor do I particularly plan to. But yeah, that'll be coming out soon. So if you own one of these suckers and you can't get it feeling just right, make sure to join us for the next one. But otherwise, if you find yourself watching the content and you like it and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It does help a great deal. So, this isn't the actual race, this is just me warming up very quickly, just kind of getting to grips with this car again. I was driving DTMs earlier, which in this... See? If you know how to save it when you make a mistake, you can in this. It isn't like irreversible. You don't just go like flying off the curbs. I've seen this happen many a time on the Nurburgring. People lose it but if they know how to lose it, it heightens the chance of them being able to walk away without barrier repair costs, you know? Alright, it's starting to run faster now that I'm getting away from the other cars, so I'm pretty happy. I'm going to lower the TC slightly. Go up there. Might turn up the volume to get more vibe. Guys, I can't explain to you how good the force feedback feels right now. I don't know. I wasn't expecting this when I first drove RaceRoom, but I drove the Monza DTMs, DTMs, modern DTMs at Monza, back to back with R-Factor 2, and it was jarring not only how much better the car felt in RaceRoom, but how much better the force feedback was. Because in R-Factor, the force feedback was full of all this grain and coarse noise, and I'm just like, how do I dial this out? I had my smoothing just completely jacked up, and it just had all this crazy tire noise. Whereas in RaceRoom, I just got the forces I needed, like the same ones I get from my, actual cars, without the crazy grain and rumble and stuff. So I was stoked. I mean, I'm still stoked. Here I am driving, Though I'm kind of pissed off if any of the... Wow, overly aggressive much? I'm a bit pissed off if any of the devs are watching, because the last thing I needed was another sim in my rotation. Much less one that's like, quite aged and a little bit painful to support. So, screw you guys. Screw you guys for making a good sim and supporting it and making it drive kind of like a car on the limit. Because me here at the Nurburgring, this feels so connected, so good, so close to the real life experience. I think the more I drive it, the more it's edging out R-Factor 2 as like my primary Nordschleife experience. I can't believe it. Look at that. You can do that in real life. I mean, if you're a maniac and you don't care about damage on the underside of your car, but like these curbs, they're high, they'll bounce your car around, but they don't necessarily mean the end. As I'm sure you guys can notice, it's going to be a bit difficult to keep eyes on the chat tonight as I race against quite a hefty grid of GT3 cars, and I think they're going to race me quite hard. That's why it's really important that I warm up. I don't want the first thing to happen to be me just like spinning wildly, though the chances of that are always high. Duttinger Hua! Alright, time to check chat. Yeah, Jason, that's good to hear. I look forward to doing more online racing and, hopefully not colliding with people, but if I do, hopefully it's not the end. Yeah, Chris, they'll definitely be racing me too hard. I'm getting my excuses ready for you guys, because in AMS2 I always get to blame the physics, like, this is Simcade, the AI is stupid. But in RaceRoom I need different excuses. Because I actually quite like the physics in RaceRoom. Alright.
Last.
Well, that makes some kind of sense, Nicholas. Because the less TC that I use, the more it drives like R-Factor 2, which might explain why I'm connecting with the driving experience. Maybe they're still in that same pocket that R-Factor is in, where you can kind of exploit the physics by overdrifting. But again, I haven't done any quote-unquote esports grade driving in RaceRoom. I don't plan to necessarily. Asgar, welcome. Guys, if you're new here, we're racing a massive grid of AI, about as many as my PC can handle in RaceRoom. It's going to be a long one. If you enjoy the video, if you want to help us with the algorithm, please like the stream. It goes a long way. Okay. What time is it in Oz? It's actually not too bad for my normal standards. I think the stream started at like 11 PM, so I'm guessing around 11:30 now. Why do they have these concrete, like, little whatever you call them, little pill bunkers of death on the chicane. Scary. It's not safe. Meanwhile, they're penalizing Max Verstappen for doing a victory burnout. What? Meanwhile, at the Nurburgring, how do we cause maximum death to our drivers? Anyway, guys, don't burst my bubble. Don't tell me top tier race room driving is all exploited physics R factor stuff. I don't want to know that yet. I'm in my honeymoon phase with this game. I want to enjoy it for as long as I can before the inevitable gremlins creep up and make me realize the sordid reality beneath it all. And I have to go back to ACC again. The most realistic but least engaging sim. It's like... it's so weird, that one. Alright. I was expecting the AI to be catching me at this point. I don't know what they've done. Maybe they've done a couple of maybe they've done some warm-up laps around the GP circuit. Which is good. I get the run of the track, get the run of the Nordschleife. Though I am gonna run out of juice. And then when I run out of juice, we can go to the quali session and you guys can watch me run out of juice. I'm hoping the Carrera Cup class is fairly slow. And that way I can start. That way we can lap someone in the first stint before the mandatory pit stop. I do love that whole... yeah, I was overdriving it there on purpose, but that's one thing I love about RaceRoom. It has the window. Progressive drop-off on the tires. You can play with it, you know? And the DTMs feel amazing. It makes the GT3s feel boring. Whoa, don't look at your fuel while drifting. Oh, yes. Look, so if that were R factor, I could have pushed it out of that slide probably while gaining time. So that's one thing I do like about this. It's a little bit more punishing to that kind of behavior. As it should be. And there goes our fuel. This is what happened to the AI the first time I tried this, actually. Get off the racing line. Be nice and kind. Alright. Sim Racer GT, yeah, man, I've been hustling, I've been trying to hustle hard. The big 40k is approaching. I'm not really going to do anything big for that. I think 50k maybe. I think that's the big milestone. Our last milestone video, I think, was at 20k, which is, I guess, at half of what we're coming up to. But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be awesome. One day, I want to be like my idol Will from Boosted Media and I want to get a check mark, and then I'll be important. Yeah. Got a lot of the people with inside knowledge about RaceRoom being like, this ignorant fool, this naive little guy, he knows nothing yet. That's okay, guys. I mean, if I find out I can drift everywhere to get crazy esports time in this, I'll just do what I did with R Factor and just like complain ceaselessly on videos, and then hope the hopefully the community annoys the devs enough that they actually fix it, right? Because with R Factor, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe their priorities were the competition system and the UI for so many years, while the physics were what they were. I'm like, what? You go to the forum and everyone's like, hey guys, minimum tire pressures. Why? Anyway, I don't want to talk about physics tonight. That's all. It's all boring talk. I want to qualify. I'm going to qualify quite poorly, actually. For some reason, I'm quite slow on the N24 layout in this title. Maybe I'm just slow, period. Lev, how do the GT3s compare to ACC? Look, I'm not a GT3 driver, but there's more going on in ACC. They're less forgiving. They're kind of harder. I would say overall, like 90% of it is probably better in ACC, but the feeling of progressive grip loss and the engagement with the car and the force feedback in RaceRoom, I vastly prefer. So in ACC, if you lose the car mid-corner, you have nothing to really indicate that. Nothing happens with the wheel other than you hearing the tires screeching and then hoping through like repetition that you remember it. And then you kind of just seesaw wildly trying to get the grip back, and you know that you're going to lose time. Whereas in RaceRoom, you know that you can slip a little bit and correct for it and you're not going to lose time, which is, in my opinion, based on the thousands of hours of onboard footage that I've seen, slightly more realistic. At least that little fragment of it, you know? So that's what I enjoy about RaceRoom. It's really engaging from a driving point of view. For me, anyway. Maybe I'm an exception, I don't know. But if you want to do DTMs, I mean, this is the only option. The DTMs are amazing, even compared to the GT3s. Like, even just driving that Audi, even though it's one of the better ones feel-wise, the DTMs are somewhere else. Anyway, let's qualify. Gonna get to watch me do this like a pro. I'm gonna like loop back around to the GP circuit. It's gonna be sick. Man,
stay behind the white line.
Okay, it runs so slow here on the GP circuit. Here we go.
Brakes are cold.
Here we
need to get
go.
some heat into them.
Nah, no kidding, mate. My brakes are cold? Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoy the crazy race. Whoa, no. Oh, man. All right, I'm used to the DTMs now. They're so aggressive. GT3's got a bit more weight to throw around. Come on, bring it back. I mean, I don't want to talk about sim physics halfway through a stream. I'd take the thunder away from Gamer Muscle streams. Whenever I walk in, they're always talking about R-Factor's time model and all the problems with R-Factor. I do enjoy it though, I do. There's just something about the way that this feels. That progressive feel, that contact patch, you can feel the tires loading up. And seriously, my props for the force feedback engine. I think it could be among my favorite in all sim racing. Though I know it's different for other people. Maybe the DD1 is like uniquely capable of rendering it correctly. Here we go. It's the time. It's not going to be a good time. You lose about a second from not getting the run down Dirtinger out of here, or wherever, Tiergarten. Oh, Erman, that's not going to do it. That's not going to... Oh, no. All right.
You're outside of track limits there.
Good start, right? All right, so the key there... I'm gonna have to brake between about 150 and 100. I forget what car I was driving where 100 was the actual brake point.
Check your left. Your left.
Okay. Come on, guys.
Left. Your left.
Solid. All right, so you know, AI is at a certain place. I'm gonna overtake this GT4 just as soon as we get on the straight here. There we go.
Left side. Clear on the left.
It's alright, we've got a 20-minute quali session. I'm just gonna get past the GT4. Oh man.
Car left.
Are you deferring? Okay, he's just holding this. Okay, he's bumped me out a bit. That's okay. That's fine. Apparently I have suspension damage from that, so that's good. It's going to be a fun run down the Nordschleife. Alright, come on. Guessing you are a GT4, my friend. Yes, you are.
Left. Left side clear.
Okay, now loop back around one more time. Here we go. Don't do that in real life, by the way. Make sure to hug the right. Don't rejoin onto the line.
On the right. Clear right.
Yes, Renee. Yes. All team events all the time. Though after you see me driving this one, you probably won't want me anywhere near your team. Hey, I just had people in the chat saying that this drives like broken and fake like R-Factor, so I think we'll really enjoy it, because I really like driving in R-Factor. Probably explains why I like driving in RaceRoom. It's really nice and forgiving, most of the time. I'm glad you say that, mate, because after watching your pace in that Monza race, I've got a pretty big pill to swallow there too.
Okay, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Hey, it's one of the Carrera Cup guys. Look at that guy. Look at that cute little thing. Look at him. Ah, look at that adorable little
Left side.
spoiler.
You're clear left.
Look at that sick radar up there. Thank you guys for the Otter Hub suggestions. Really, really cool plugin. Really cool. All right, I need to focus. This is a quali lap, isn't it? This is timed right now. Are you going in? Are you going in? You're not going in? Oh no. Okay, you're all right. You're smashing into me. Okay, you're racing me apparently.
Fine. You're clear right.
So the AI is very interesting in that lower class cars will consistently try to like defend and race you. Admittedly, I didn't really know if that guy was going to go back around for another loop through the GP circuit or he was going to just come in. Shut up, Bowman. Just race. Just race. See, the key is I think I need to turn up the volume to drown myself out so I shut up more. You guys will notice as the race goes on, I'll like run out of energy and I'll talk less. Oh yeah, just like real GT3 guys, you just lift there. It's just like a partial lift. The car just rotates for you. You snap correct mid-corner, you can feel it load up, you can feel the tires flex on the outside. It's so good. Alright, flat out baby. Yes! Yes! Alright, now for the Arenberg I know and love. Thank you for correcting my vocalization of that name, Renee. It's okay. Maybe a little aggressive on that outside curb. Here we go, baby. Here we go. When I was at the Nurburgring, I stayed around here. Right past Adenauer Force. So up to the left there, up over there, up over yonder. In the village of Adenauer, I would hear GT3 RSs in the morning and they would wake me up every morning. Just the sound of Porsches smashing through there. Beautiful. Oh, how good, how progressive is that? Guys, please like the stream, help us with the algo, gets us out to more people. I know there's a whole RaceRoom community out there I haven't touched yet. I love you, Sim guys. Please accept me. I want to be part of your cult. I've been booted out of the R-Factor cult. I need a new cult. Renee, can you please keep my chat entertained for me? I'll make you a moderator. And you can ban people who call me a shill. Which would, like, that'll result in banning half the sim racing scene. Desperados, welcome.
P13. Your brake temps are good.
Welcome one and all. If you guys find
Use half
yourself
your fuel.
watch, hey, the frame rate just increased. Thank you. If you guys find yourself watching and enjoying this content, and you haven't subscribed yet, would go a long way towards helping me. I'm trying to reach 40k, guys. I really want to reach 40k. Then I can say I'm truly mid-tier. Oh no, 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 no. Whoa, man, I forgot to downshift, right? I get too excited. I love the Nordschleife. Except I probably shouldn't do this. Oh no, is that a TCR car? No, this is not what I need in my life. What is it? It's a GT4. Oh no. No! Alright, got a bit too ambitious towards the end there. My favorite GT3 car is the McLaren 720S, closely followed by the Ferrari 488. You ain't got nothing, Mr. Lower BOP than me.
Left side.
Don't push him out, don't squeeze him. Oh my...
There.
How is he there?
Hold it. Clear on the left side.
That's 5 minutes of fuel left.
Why GT4?
Okay,
Why you race
10
me so
minutes to
hard?
go. That's 10 minutes left.
Oh, speaking of Albon, guys, I just watched his first ETM race. His teammate is sick. He's like some 18-year-old Kiwi kid that just smashed it. He like won his first ETM race, became like the youngest ETM winner. How awesome is that?
Fastest lap for in Icon, 8:30.2 seconds.
Yeah, I
You're
can't do a
running on
lap like
fumes,
that.
mate.
Much like R Factor 2, for some reason I'm like 5 to 10 seconds off pace on this track. Could be because I suck at driving it. It feels so... The damping force at high speed feels so realistic. You can feel the tires loading up on the front as well. My god, if ACC had this force feedback engine, oh, it'd be game over. Alright, oh, yes! Come on! Slipstream, baby, let's go. What is that? It's a Carrera. Yes, he's slow. It says it's a Carrera. I'm pretty sure it's Carrera. Come on. Come on. Daddy wants more top speed. Let's go. Oh man, come on. It's because he has no downforce. He has no downforce. Oh no, this is gonna hurt me at the S here, isn't it? Oh, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. Why you race me so hard? Damn you. Damn you. Damn you.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
You were meant to be the chosen one, Anakin. You were meant to give me the slipstream, not deny it.
Session. That puts you 7.2 off the pace.
Bastard.
Check your left. Clear on your left.
That is me, well and truly out of fuel. Whoa. That is going to be a pitiful qualifying lap by 118 standards, but it should maybe put me in the midfield, rear midfield, maybe? We'll see how we go. Sure, let's watch a Bentley. Yeah, DTM's a very interesting kind of class. I don't know. I mean, just driving it in RaceRoom feels amazing. I feel like it should be more exciting to watch than it is. Does that make sense? Because you watch it and you're like, I don't know if it's the way that they broadcast it. I don't know if you're getting the furiosity of the cockpit. Maybe they need to just strap GoPros to all the drivers so you can really experience how ridiculous those things are. Not that it matters now. They're pretty much done. DTM more or less is over as we know it. Oh, Jonas, you want me to rank them all on the fly? Man, it really depends what you're after. Depends what you enjoy in Sims. They all have something for somebody. It depends what you prioritize. If you let me know what you want out of a sim primarily, I can maybe point you in the rightish direction. Teutonic Rain, you're very welcome. Yeah, so the doof doof in the background here is the Art of Rally soundtrack. Thank you, Sunbloke. Respect. Welcome, Taylor. The Steam Summer Sale, I haven't bought... That's how many games I've bought. 0, not a thing. Thanks, Paul. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to hit 40k, so I'm doing a lot more begging than usual. How do you guys feel about the quality of the circuits in RaceRoom? Because the Nordschleife is very good. It seems to be based on the same laser scans as the iRacing and the AC version, so it's like the one we know and love from many years. But the rest of them seem kind of strange. Like, I was driving Imola today and it had weird coarse bumps all over the place that it kind of doesn't in any other rendering of the track, so, you know, maybe the tracks are one of the weaker points of RaceRoom? Let's try another car. Hey, you got some nice bokeh going on. Ooh, AMG, racing the M6. No, don't overtake my people. Yeah, cut him off. Show him how we drive. Never indicate. Never let them see weakness. Oh, he's flashing his lights. Not that you can see because it doesn't emit any light. Don't let him through, Beamer. Don't let him through. Show him how we do things. Ah, the two twattiest Euro luxury car brands back to... Well, not really. Technically, Audi's probably twattier than AMG. Yeah, I agree, Blank. You drive the Nordschleife in RaceRoom, it's worlds apart from the other tracks. I think in 2021, if you're making tracks and you're charging money for them, you need to laser scan them. It's just what people expect now after ACC, especially R-Factor. My god, I don't necessarily enjoy driving their new DTM car, but the quality of Monza, like the amount of detail in that track mesh, oh my god, oh my god. Like, I will suffer through everything R-Factor just to experience that micro detail. Quali's almost over, guys. Our race is about to begin. If you've just joined us, 118 out of 120 AI strength. Big grid. My computer almost can't handle it. Basically going to be a 2.5 hour race when this begins. 18 laps, 1 mandatory pit stop. I'm excited. Make sure to like the stream. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Thank you to everybody who has already. Really appreciate it. Christopher Jones, I'd recommend the DD1. I don't think you would ever end up using the dynamic range of the DD2 unless you're trying to break your wrist or something. It just seems pointless to me. Striker RaceRoom is free, if you know what I mean. So Blank, the The difference between this game and iRacing is it doesn't force you to pay a subscription as well as pay for the DLCs on top. So this is just DLCs, it's just microtransactions. From what I understand, the reason they did it with the virtual currency is because they didn't want Steam taking 30% of all their sales. Because Steam is extremely aggressive as far as middleman play. Yes! Yes! That's true BMW driving. Just cut his ass off. Just go right. Just get him. Just, yeah, that's it. Ah, my people. Twats and proud of it. Anyway, yeah, so the virtual currency model. They basically got tired of Steam taking 30% of all their sales because they're a small developer. They, presumably need all of their money. Every little bit counts. So here you are. From what I understand, even the developers aren't particularly thrilled with the system, but it is what it is. Derek, thank you so much. I'll look into that community for sure. It's already come up a few times. I probably will start running community races with my own simracing.gp community. It's something I'm looking to build and grow over time, so you guys are welcome down for that too. Though they're undoubtedly going to start off as more casual races, because we're all plebs. Fun-loving plebs. Hey, Chrysupus. Hey, quali's finished. Let's do this.
That's the end of the session. P11.
You know what? That's worse than I expected. Normally I'm up in the mid-tier somewhere, but this should be exciting. Should be exciting. But scary. Now, gotta remember to put the right amount of fuel in the car. Exciting, guys. We're about to start. Yay! So 8 laps on the dot, it reckons. 8 laps, because if it isn't 8 laps on the dot, I won't make it. I won't make it with one pit stop because we're doing 16 laps, like, on the dot. So I may have to, like, hold off on the last lap. I may have to just, like, it's going to get tight, guys. This is going to be a tight race. Thanks again, Derek. Enjoying that German techno on the side of the track. Oh, is Will here again? Hey, Will. You gonna watch me race for 3 hours, mate? Or do you have a life? It's one of those things, it's almost scary. I almost don't want to start. Hey, Christodoulou. Christodoulou. Number 6. He was just on Misha's channel. He was down at Apex. I think he was driving, like... Or was he at Apex? No, they were driving one of the AMGs on the track and he was making Misha giggle like a little girl. It was a great video. Oh, Will, you always get all the fun. It's because you're a good guy. See, I circumvent that by just being a twat and embracing it. What sim will suck this week, guys? Can you guess? Will it be iRacing? I mean, iRacing has kind of sucked on this channel since the start. Will it be R-Factor? Will it be RaceRoom? Will I completely change my mind and be like, RaceRoom, the most exploitative, weak physics model there ever was? Or will I just maybe continue to enjoy it in this nice little race here tonight? I think I'll go with that one. Hey, Pilot, how you doing? Yeah, maybe 2 pits. Maybe 2 pits. Maybe I will just lose terribly. Alright, guys, time to get this going. Virginity must be protected. Here we go. Exactly, Will. Whatever's trending is the worst sim, especially if it's made by SMS. Hey, you guys are more than welcome to like whatever sim you like. I'm just, I don't know, sometimes in some cultures I find that the Australian sarcasm doesn't translate for some reason. People don't realize I'm being sarcastic 95% of the time I say anything. Do you guys not have that in your culture? Do you guys not say things and then not mean 95% of them? Is that not normal? Oh, exciting. Alright, let's do this.
Alright, A, be ready. Watch for the lights.
Alright, I'll try 30 TC. Should hopefully... Man, I can see the slowdown. The RaceRoom devs, you've got to upgrade this away from DX9. You need to use more than one core out of the 16 on my CPU, and I need to actually use 100% of my GPU, not only 40%. Ideally, that would be a good way to run the Nordschleife. Thanks, guys. Let's all have fun. Hope you enjoy it. Woo! Let's go. Nice and loud. Look at that. I'm going around the outside, guys, so I can't dive the hairpin.
Still there.
How good is that? It's my secret strategy. I'm going to dive this one instead.
Clear on the right side.
Oh, man. I got some mad understeer there. All right. Gained about twice my frames back. No, no. All right, that was a little ambitious. Sorry about that.
Stay right.
No damage.
Still there. Hold your line.
You're not Kevin Estro, Omen. You're just not.
Mate, keep it coming.
No matter how much you wish you were, you're not.
Right side.
And my
right
tires
side
are cold. I'm getting some mad understeer through there. But the AMGs are holding it down really well. I'm trying to race with a slideshow going on here. So this, guys, is why I didn't set up 100 cars. This is like only 45 cars. Oh no, should have hit the brake earlier. I'm overdriving it as if my tires are warm. I do like that RaceRoom penalizes you for that, it's sick. Guys, make sure to like the stream. If you can take a break from arguing in the chat for me starting a physics war yet again.
Okay, A, hold your nerve. Just keep it smooth. No mistakes.
I'll try, mate. Thank you. That there is Crew Chief, ladies and gents, if you're not familiar with it. Oh, Ermin. Gonna have to drive better than that, mate. Man, it's definitely slideshowing. I can feel the input lag. I can also feel the really good force feedback, which luckily offsets it. AI set to 118 out of 120, guys, so they're gonna race me very hard. Oh, we've got periphery fans. Hopefully you are tuned into the races where Misha and I raced in the community events. That was really fun. We had one recently at Laguna Seca. I was really proud of Misha after that one. Hey, I'm getting more frames back. Thanks, Roy. I have no idea what the amount of viewers actually is. I keep it hidden for myself. It's starting to feel a bit better, but man, every time I get the slideshow frames, guys, it's so much harder to drive. I can feel the input lag, you know? So I'm just hoping the field spreads out a little bit more. Over 9,000 viewers, my god. People like their N24, guys, I'm telling you. I built that cloud by basically worshipping Kevin Estro. So, for those of you who've just joined us, I am racing against 118 out of 120 strength AI, so this is very, very hard for me right now. Though admittedly, I've never tried to do this while talking at the same time. Turns out it's a mite harder.
The active clock ahead is now 2.0.
No, no 2.0. I need to catch him by dirting a hurt. Dirting a hurt! No, no. Alright, don't spin. Don't spin. It's so easy to spin here.
Gap to book behind is now 0.9.
No! Why do they race me so hard, guys? I'm scared. I'm scared. I just... not in the sweet spot yet. Come on. I can't blame anything in RaceRoom. It's a really fun sim to drive. It's like, the physics feel great, the car feels great. I'm just driving bad. I can't think of anything else to blame right now. It kind of sucks. I mean, the AI is hard. Yeah, I set the AI too hard. AI is on a different physics model. Woo! I am getting some mild understeer there. I might actually get the brake bias back. Admittedly, look, if I had to complain about anything, it would be the constant frame drops from having too many cars. RaceRoom just doesn't handle large grids very well at all. Unfortunately. Yes! That's the Sector 3 experience I know and love. Guys, please like the stream if you're enjoying my manic flailing, and help us out a bit with that algo. Yes! Not time efficient, but looked cool, right? Yes! That mid-corner correction. I'm struggling a little with the Audi here, the short wheelbase. Oh man, I had a much easier time with this last night for some reason. Whoa. You know, if I finished 7th with a grid this strong, I'd be pretty happy with that. I will say though, the slowdowns are quite painful. I could use maybe 3 times as many frames as this.
Now in the lead.
This game really needs that update to DX12, guys. And I really need to focus on what I'm doing.
Okay, don't let this guy distract you.
Alright, so that was terrible on my part. I lost so much time. And I believe Mr. Bentley's got me with the slipstream. What a guy. Are we gonna trade slipstreams?
Still there.
Do you have the cojones?
Hold your line.
Huh? Huh?
Hold
Huh?
your line.
Huh? Huh?
Still there.
Yeah. Yeah, nah.
Still there.
You don't have it, do ya? Nah.
Still
Oh man,
there,
this is
hold
gonna
on.
suck. Oh, this is gonna suck.
Still there.
Oh, don't go in too wide.
Still there. Clear on your right.
A true masterclass of defensive driving there, guys, as I drop down to about 15 frames per second now. It's really worth buying a 5950X and a 3080.
7th position.
You flash me all you want, buddy. Ain't gonna help your lap times. Oh man, I'm struggling, guys. I'm struggling with that slowdown. I'm struggling so much.
In the middle.
It's
On
running
your
at
left.
such
Clear
low
on your
frames
left.
here.
Left. To your left.
Ah, come on.
car left. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there, stay with them. Left side clear. Stay right. Clear left. On the left.
I can take being overtaken fairly and everything, that's fine, but when it's running at like 20 FPS on like hyper modern hardware, I just don't understand.
There's a white flag.
What? Whoa!
Check your left. Clear on the left side. On your left. Clear your left. Left side. Still there.
So you can see the AI make mistakes. Pretty cool.
Hold your line. Still there. Hold on. Still there.
And occasionally treat you like you don't exist.
You're clear left.
Oh, it's Vantor, that's
Right,
why.
The next car is I'm sure.
I'm glad to hear the stream looks smooth, guys. I can feel the drops in frame rate, and it's changing the input latency. It's changing the way that I have to drive and respond to the car. It's completely messing me up. Like, if it was gonna run that slow, I would rather it just run that slow all the time. That way I can adjust for it. But I can't, because it's fluctuating so massively that I feel like the car is giving me a different experience from corner to corner. That's the only thing. I'm kind of afraid to lower the TC. I might frustrating that my pace is so slow as well. I don't really know why. Anyway, focus. Head in the game.
The car in front of us is now off Shorten.
This is usually where the frames get a little bit better and more consistent, so I'm hoping for the best. I think if I'm going to race AI that's this strong, I need to spend a little bit more time tweaking the car's setup so I don't get a bit of that corner exit understeer. Every little tenth counts at this point. Alright, slowly starting to catch him at points. AI is a little bit like tiny bit rubber bandy in this. There are certain sections that'll always kill you, and there are other sections where you'll most of the time catch them. Getting a lot more understeer than I expected, actually. I'm not really sure what that's about. I mean, my tire temps are a bit lower than I would have thought under the circumstances. Wow, understeer.
Left
Just
side.
crazy understeer.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the left.
This might be the end of me. Drop my TC back.
The gap to off Shorten in front is now 1.7.
Sticks, the overlay is Otter HUD. It's what some of the community members suggested. I'm really appreciative for that because it's awesome. It ties in with Crew Chief. You kind of piggyback the one onto the other. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do with these lines to make the car quicker.
Don't let this guy distract you.
Wow, okay. I don't know where the AI is getting that pace from.
Left side clear.
Oh god, the understeer. What is going on? It's just, oh my... It's just massive understeer with huge snaps.
Track limits, watch those lines.
Like, what is going on? What is happening? Currently experiencing the worst characteristics of a car at the same time, over and understeer. Man, what's going on? I'm legitimately baffled because in the past, when I've run this AI skill level, I've generally been around 3rd to 5th, so I'm not really sure where I'm losing all the pace. Crazy. I might try the brake bias back a bit when we get to the GP circuit, but I'm afraid it's going to cause more snaps.
The leader's just done
There we go.
20.1.
Come on, give me some of that sweet, sweet slipstream. My god, the frames are dropping so much in the GP circuit.
Slow in, fast out. Keep the inside line covered. V12.
Pit window opens in 3 laps. That's quite aggressive.
Okay, you're reeling. Whitman, bang. The gap's now 0.5.
No! Come back! Come back, I say!
Car to your left. Clear left.
No! Why the understeer? Oh my god, what was that? What was that? Why? Where is the understeer? It wasn't here before. I've driven this setup before, it didn't happen.
Right, you're clear right.
What happened to you, Audi? Why? Why are you doing this to me? The AI is hard enough, I swear. If you're enjoying my manic flailing and finding things to blame for my bad driving, guys, make sure to like the stream, get it out and about. Still a long time to go before the end. Oh man, he freaked me out. I thought he was going right back onto the GP circuit or the pits or something. I don't know. I just... the car is just driving horribly all of a sudden. I cannot match the pace of those cars. I just can't do it. Just can't do it. It's weird. It's just weird. I don't know. Yeah, for those who've just joined us, there are other classes. It's not just GT3. So we're going to eventually start lapping the Carrera Cup cars, then the GT4s, then the TCRs. Then I'm sure the GT3 leaders will start to lap me at some point as well, if I keep this pace up. Crazy. I mean, my tire pressures are way lower than they should be, and I don't know why that is. I set them correctly just before, so... Come on. The guy behind me is experiencing none of the troubles I am at all. I don't know. I feel like I'm racing someone that's on a completely different physics model. Maybe, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm driving that badly, maybe my car setup is that bad, I don't know. I appear to be struggling with all these things that the cars around me aren't. I'm trying though. Crazy. Yeah, the pressures are a bit weird. They're a bit lower on the right side than I expected. I could have sworn I equated for them, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. I'm confused more than anything, guys. I'm very, very confused. I don't understand. I don't feel like my pace is as bad as it is.
The gap to Christodoulou behind is increasing. It's now 0.8.
But is it increasing enough? Stop with the understeer, please. Just stop. Just, like, act like you're a GT3 car. Come on.
Hold your nerve, just keep it smooth.
What is
No
going on?
mistakes.
I feels like I'm driving a pig with wheels. What just happened? It's so crazy. It went from being so nimble and nice to this. Admittedly, the AI is close to max. I mean, it's pretty hard. I won't lie. It's quite challenging. But I've never lost the AI this fast here before. My god, I can't believe how far ahead those GT3s are. In one lap, like, how? How did that happen? I'm legitimately baffled, guys.
New fastest lap for Fremont, 8:13.9 seconds.
Did he say 8:13?
The gap to Whitman ahead is now 5.7.
Oh man.
Left side.
Oh, it feels so bad.
Okay, E, come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits. 13th place.
Mate, I can apex and exit as much as I want. I'm not going to get an 8:13.
Left side.
That's your best lap in this session. Great move. Keep it up.
Stay right. Clear to your left. Right side. Clear to your right.
They just... the corner exit is quicker. It's so bizarre. It's like I'm so confused right now. I feel like I'm racing a different class of car. I feel like I'm in a GT4 or something. That was a bad line, admittedly. I should lose time to that. I'm just, honestly, I don't know how I could have done that much better, and I'm just losing pace, so something is definitely off. Maybe it's the tire pressures, maybe I've overdriven and the tires are completely gone.
Hard. Make them work for it.
Just, this is so crazy. And I don't think you can adjust your tire pressures when you pit. Which is probably the thing I need to do more than anything.
You're clear left. On your left.
I'm barely holding on here. I just have nothing. No grip. No corner exit. Aiden, it's both. It's both under and oversteer. It's corner entry understeer with mid-corner to corner exit oversteer. Yeah, the new wheels look amazing from Fanatec. The Bentley and the BMW. I love that they're getting into more real-world stuff. I think the real world definitely needs them. If my BMW wheel in the real world is anything to go... Seriously? It's like my brakes aren't working now. Man, I wasn't expecting it to become a battle between me and the car. I thought it'd be a battle between me and the rest of the grid. So,
My tires are cold.
no, really? Honestly, if my tires are cold after driving like this, there's something not right. My god. My god. just got
Left.
belted from behind there.
Left.
Thank you. Look at him go. Look at him go. It's like a different class of
Come
car.
on, E. Don't panic. We'll get him back.
But look at it.
The next car is Questa Dulu.
What is going on? This isn't what happened offline. It's like the AI just decided to like do a BOP tweak. I'm being... What? Man.
Left side clear.
Sorry guys, it's not the experience I expected. I did test this offline. I did check to see what was going on. Oh man, now I'm just driving bad.
Don't let this guy intimidate you.
So I did check this for like over an hour just to make sure that the AI would race okay. And maybe they are. I mean, maybe I just drove really badly or something. But it's never gone like this before, so it's a little bit strange.
On your left front.
Just a little bit unexpected, that's all. I thought I would at least be competitive with the grid rather than just being wantonly overtaken by everyone. But there you go. Maybe there's like an inner variance somewhere that I hadn't accounted for. Oh god. I'm starting to feel like a pig now. It's because I'm over driving to try and compensate for the loss in the tires, and it's just making more loss in the tires, and it's like, nah, not happening, Owen. Oof. This is a lesson to me for not driving the Manti Porsche.
The gap to Sylvester behind is now 0.9.
Man, that AMG in front of me is gone. It's gone. Might as well be a different class of car. Rough. To go from setting a leaderboard record in the GTEs and Automobilista 2 in this track to this, just fighting not to be last place, it's a little bit jarring, I have to say. Yeah, I'm starting to agree. I think the AI is bumped up too high. Maybe. Again, like I said, I raced them offline before. It was pretty solid, but yeah, I don't know. Here's what it is. That Gamer, I really enjoy this game physics-wise.
That's the new fastest lap for rematch, 8:11.9.
8:11. That's 2 seconds off Lawrence Vantor's lap record when he was on a qualifying trim. I mean, or whatever. Anyway. Adaptive AI never really scaled properly on the Nurburgring for me, guys. I don't know why. Usually they were very, very easy to overtake, which is why I went up.
Alright, E, don't let this guy distract you. E14.
Oh my god. I'm like 4 to 5 seconds off pace.
window opens at the end of this lap. The gap to Sylvester behind is now 1.3.
I've got people saying that I've got damage on the car that I'm not aware of. I mean, there was some contact before. Maybe it's knocked the car out more than I thought. That would explain it. Honestly, if it's damage, I would understand. I would understand why I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing. We'll see how we go. Maybe when the pit window opens, I can get it repaired. Interesting track limits. Yeah, I changed the lighting mod in RaceRoom to be more realistic. I set it to the realistic mood preset. Yeah, I did that earlier. I didn't even think to talk about that. Wait, I don't understand. Why is my time -7 seconds already? Well, I'm a little confused here tonight.
Keep your exit speeds up.
Oh, gap to the car in front. That makes sense. Thanks. I mean, look, I'll be honest, guys. I'm at my limit. I can't drive any faster than this. The guy in front of me is just going, and I can't do anything about it. So it is what it is. I'm just gonna see it through. Welcome, White Demon. Thank you guys for subbing. If you're enjoying my manic flailing and apparent frustration with my situation here, do please like the stream. Helps with the algorithm and all that fun stuff. And if you've watched the channel for a while, you like the content and you haven't done so already, please do subscribe. I'm going to try and complain less and just kind of take it on the chin a little bit more.
All your tires.
Tire wear on all my tires. Well, who'd have seen that coming? I need to hang in. No.
On the left.
No.
To your left.
And last. There we go, guys, finally. was always going to happen.
Alrighty.
I just don't have it. I don't have the pace for some reason. What's interesting is that so far, I've usually been several seconds ahead of the rest of the field, but behind the first 3. So... I'm trying to work out what's happened to my pace. I feel like I'm racing another class of car. Like, look at him go. It doesn't really happen, you know, in the same class of car unless there's some damage or some setting or something that's going on.
Now 1.8 seconds.
I'm hoping that fixing the damage will do it, but
11 more laps from the set tyres.
I feel, oh my god. Oh, car's trying to kill me now. I think next time I definitely lower the amount of cars in the field by about 10 or so. It's running vastly slower than it should be for a game of this nature. So RaceRoom definitely is not very efficient. It's really, really struggling to run this track and the amount of cars. You guys may not notice on the stream because it's probably a consistent sort of a frame rate for you. But for me, it's fluctuating all over the place. And one of the things about that is, as the frame rate fluctuates, so does the input latency, which means that I have to change the way that I drive basically on a sector-to-sector basis, which is why it's so hard for me to catch these snaps here. But the core of it is so fun, you know?
Fastest lap for Heusinkveld, 8:10.9. The gap to Sylvester in front is now
8:10.
2.5.
8:10. That's impressive. There goes those frames again. As soon as you get onto the GP circuit, it's like, what? Cut in half.
Okay, pit window open. P15. You've got about 3 laps of fuel left.
I am trying. I did that really badly. I need to stop reading the chat.
Gap to Sylvester ahead is now 2.1 seconds.
As far as I'm aware, this track is laser scanned. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, I can't drive any faster than this. I'm just not capable of it, so it is what it is. I don't know. It'd be interesting to watch this back and try and work out what it is that's happened. Whether I just set the AI too hard for my skill level, or whether some damage led to this, or maybe it's the tire pressures, maybe a combination of all three. But yeah, I'm very surprised. I'm very, very surprised. This is pretty much like at my limit. I can't will myself to drive faster than this, so it is what it is. We're running about 45, 46 cars, something like that. Man. I'm at my absolute limit here. The graph in the bottom left, guys, there's a force feedback meter I forgot to turn off. So you're watching how many forces are being output to my wheel. Interesting, they slowed down near Adenauer. I think 13th is actually slowing down as well. Now they're speeding up.
The gap to Sylvester ahead is now 2.4 seconds. Seigert just retired from the race.
I'm so at my limit here, guys. I cannot drive any faster even if I wanted to. They raced me so hard. Whew. Snappy, snappy. What's funny was I was running the AI here on one of our last videos in AMS2 on 120, and it was so easy to overtake them all over the course of like 1 or 2 laps. And here I am at 118 in RaceRoom, and it's like, no, no, come back.
Gap to Sylvester in front is now 2.3 seconds.
This car really doesn't like the carousel. Maybe this is why YouTubers always set the AI to really easy amounts, so they just look like ballers on stream and they're just overtaking everyone. I will say one of the cool things about this is it's pushed me to my absolute limit. Like some of those runs through there, I just could not drive any faster than I did. They're the best ways to learn, really. Don't slide out, baby. Looks like one of them went wide there. Alright, another frame drop here, so I'm going to have to adjust the way that I drive.
The driver in front of us is off Shorten.
Come on. First time I've started making up some ground on anyone. Guys, hope you like the stream and my palpable frustration as I get owned by the RaceRoom AI. If you do, please like the stream. Help us out with the algorithm. Mid-corner. No! No!
Gap is now 0.8.
No!
Warning.
Don't understand. No! Is this guy running out of fuel?
Left side. Clear. Your left. Check your left. Clear on the left.
What's going on there, guys? What do you think happened to him? Mr. M6. Oh, damage. Right.
10.9.
Jordan, the classes here besides GT3, GT4, TCR, Carrera Cup, and the BMW Cup as well. Hits Mike, yeah, I agree. That was realistic. I had dirty tires and I understeered because of it. 100%. I will own it. Hey, if I get destroyed and it's realistic, I will own it. But yeah, what's been happening up until this point has been quite interesting. We'll have to work out what the results of the lack of usual pace was for me.
Alright. 14th. We think you'll be out of fuel on the next lap.
Pit stop next lap, guys.
Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap.
That poor M6. The tires have had it. They're just like mid-corner, they're like, ugh, let it end, please. Kill me. Hey Will, if you're still here, please convince the people that I don't suck as much as I look like I suck. I.e., lie to them for me. Thanks for the kind words. Yeah, I think I may have pushed the AI into a place where they don't do realistic times, but at the same time, my pace is slower as well, so I am, for some reason, off. So it's a bit of both, if I'm honest. If I'm purely honest.
Sylvester, ahead is now 1.2 seconds.
So I was hoping that by this point we'd already be lapping the other cars. Or maybe they'll be lapping me before I know the Carrera Cups are coming up from behind. That'd be so good.
Prof. Shorten has retired.
No, Will is the real boosted medium. He's the twin boosted. Okay. That's interesting. I'm gaining positions, guys. Through retirements. Will is the true boosted media. He's got a twin turbo in his new car. It's as boosted as it gets. Yeah, pit this lap.
Sylvester, ahead is now 4.1.
Thanks for the heads up about the fuel, guys. My race engineer is on it. He's been telling me to pit. I will pit, unless I forget. That'd suck. Dazza, what's up?
Okay, the next car is Sylvester.
Those worn tires though, man, I'm like feeling for grip mid-corner, like maybe, nah. Nah. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Montour is now retired.
Okay, so a lot of people are retiring, and this is worrying me a bit. Yeah, they've done a really good job with the R8, huh? Guys, if you enjoy my plebby stream where I'm barely hanging on for dear life trying to catch up with AI that I've set way too high, please do like the stream. Helps us with the algorithm. Helps get the channel out there for new folks. I want to tap into that RaceRoom community. They seem like nice people. I really like the sim. Even though this race hasn't quite gone to plan, I do, generally speaking, quite like the sim. That mid-corner though, you can just correct and feel it. It's so good. I'm constantly feeling for grip and it's kind of rewarding me for doing that. Ooh. So it's entirely possible the AI is starting to run out of fuel. It's funny, I set a mandatory pit stop so that they wouldn't do this again. But it looks like it's not possible. The AI don't seem to do a correct fuel calculation. So I think we may be encountering the limits of the AI here in RaceRoom today. But we'll see. I'll hang around. I've still got to do my own pit stop. Nah, they're just retiring like crazy. So I think we might get a premature end, unfortunately.
He's leading the race. Land just retired from the race.
No!
Right Vice has retired from the race.
The grip is... yeah, look at him slow down. Maybe they're trying to limp it back to the pits or something.
Remount has retired.
Oof. Eesh. Any RaceRoom devs in the chat might want to look into that, I guess. Oh no, Pedro! Don't tell me BeamNG just released a new update. I've got to cover that. It's like the PBR one, right? They've updated the graphics engine.
The next car is in Icon.
Don't tell me that. I've got to like do a video after this. Oh man. Well, premature end to the stream. And a new BeamNG video for us.
White flag, mate.
Man, I love BeamNG. Oof.
P7.
My lap times are horrific, guys. They are horrific. Oh, I didn't pit. I forgot to pit, so maybe I will run out of fuel like everybody else. That's alright. We'll get to see who wins with no pitting. I know I didn't pit, guys. I mean,
Captain in icon in front is now.
how would I race them fairly if I pit? Everybody else is running out of fuel. It's not fair that I get fuel and they don't, you know? I'm a nice guy. Don't hold it against me.
Has just retired.
Henrik, man, thank you for the homoeroticism. Always appreciated, always welcome. Bring it on. You know that the devs of this game are very close to you.
Wow,
They're near
it's down
Gothenburg. You know that, right? Is that why you told me about it? Are they friends of yours? Alright guys, who will outlast the others with fuel? That's a great call actually. Let me change the fuel map.
White flag, mate.
You know what? I'm gonna outlast you pricks. Whoa, mass retirees. I'm doing it. I'm finishing, guys. I don't care. Engine map 1, let's go. Grandpa driving.
Krista Doolin has retired from the race.
I'm coming for you, Audi. Eventually, when you run out of fuel. So, as you guys can see, a little bit of work to be done on the AI in RaceRoom. This happened to me offline as well. I tried to change it. I thought it was due to the fact that I had a time-based race rather than a lap-based race. So I made this lap-based so I could do a very easy calculation. Turns out they didn't. I
White flag.
also made it a mandatory pit stop, which I guess they didn't really care to adhere to either. Otherwise, great sim. Really been enjoying it. I think I'm just not going to do any more endurance racing on it.
Het Simmons has just retired.
Yeah, I told you I'd catch up to you, didn't I, you prick? Yeah, what are you going to do now? You got the fuel? No, come back. Hey, come back. Aw. Come back, man. You must be on engine map too.
Jaeger is now retired. The captain in icon ahead is now 0.7. Take it easy, you've got cold tyres.
Cold tires. Yeah, I told ya. You ain't got nothing, son. Ah, neither do I though. I hope I make it back to the pits, guys. Make sure to shout at me when I get close to the, when I get to like Heusinkveld. Just shout at me and I'll turn the pit window on. I'll do the pit request, you know? Come back. Well, that's the twist you didn't expect, wasn't it? First Ermin sucks, the thing you did expect, and then everybody runs out of fuel and Ermin wins anyway, or maybe. He also begins talking about himself in the third person.
White flag.
Woo! Hot damn! Haha! Yeah! Lost at X Mueller. At least he's near the exit, you know? You can just go and get burgers.
Whitman
There's like a
just
little
retired
parking
from the
lot to the
race.
right there. Guys, subscribe for more botched multi-class races. I want to do this in real life where this doesn't happen. Link down below, our simracing.gp community. We run regular races, Oceanic, North American, and European time zones. I want to do this in real life. I want to do this properly. I want to do this for 2-3 hours at least. Join me. I promise I'll be slow like I was tonight. And then you can be like, hey, go to all your friends and be like, I'm faster than a YouTuber. I mean, I'm sure your 5-year-old cousin would be as well, but hey. I've never driven a GT3 car so slowly through here. It's kind of nice. It's like leisurely pace, you know? It's so slow. It's awesome. Wait, I'm first. Yes! Suck it! Suck it! Ha! Bet you guys didn't see that coming. Just gotta survive, gotta make it back. We're in Sector 3, we might be able to. If I just keep the gears high. Shift early. Shift nice and early. Keep the car limping home. Oh, trust me, the carousel is not too smooth. Trust me on that. This is the same carousel scan from AC. It's like the most jagged carousel in sim racing. Trust me. The AMS2 and R-Factor carousels are too smooth. That was just my mad skills, and the fact that I took the carousel way slower than I should have on account of my fuel disability. Thanks, guys. I always knew I could pull through and win, you know? It's my faith that sustains me. Ooh! Wow! No kidding! We still have an R8 behind us.
Tied for the race.
Will he make it to the end though? Hey, he's actually following me to get the slipstream. Is he gonna follow me? Is he gonna... That would have been cool though, right? If he followed me around to do the whole, you know, the thing that they do in real life. That'd be awesome.
Okay, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth. No mistakes.
Look at that.
Acknowledged. Pit stop requested.
Look at that. Pit, now just gonna drive into the pit. Drive into the pit. Drive into the pit. No. No, no, no. I block. Bad. Yeah, you flash all you want, mate.
Car left side clear.
Oh, man. How exciting, right? Made it back. In. Ah, gotta relax my hands a bit. I think it's like a minimum of a minute, this pit stop, so I can take my gloves off for a bit. Enjoy life. Ah, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying this crazy ass stream where the AI have lost on account of lacking enough skill to take me on alone. It's the only factor in this. The only factor was my sheer pace putting me in the lead. And yeah, here we are. Minimum pit time served, has it? Oh wait, my pit time estimated 55 seconds. Cool, get the gloves back on.
In Icon.
Definitely don't need to urinate furiously here. Thank you guys for joining me again. If you're enjoying the stream, please do like it. It helps with the reach and all that fun stuff. As I gear back up to race nobody. I think everybody's retired from my class. Maybe I'll race just non-GT3s. Maybe you guys can just like watch me lap people. So that'd be pretty good. Wait, what's going on? Oh, now they're putting on the tires? Really?
You, sir, is now retired.
Alexander, I like the way you think. So the real question is, will the entire field retire? Will I be the king of the Nurburgring? The undisputed king?
There's traffic behind. Watch your mirrors.
Is there though?
Calvin's behind is pitting.
JF, guys, if you're watching, the AI could use a little, just a touch of love here in the N24 layout. They don't seem to know. I mean, they're people of my heart. Oh, look at those tires, baby. Yes, yes, yes. I'm driving by myself, but my car feels like an actual car. Yes. Oh, look, for a sweet, sweet split second, my tire pressure is going to be correct. All right, time to lower that TC, baby. Let's go. Time to do some drifts. Some sick drifts. Wait, apparently there's another GT3 out there somewhere. A Corvette up ahead, about 30 seconds. Yes, this is a car. This is what a car handles like. Thank you, guys. Forgot about the engine map. Would explain why I felt a little bit slower than I should have. You guys are the real MVPs. Whoa! Okay. Oh my god. No, come back, come back, come back. Woo! Alright. So guys, turns out engine map 5 is faster than engine map 2, in case you didn't know. Whew, alright, back on, let's go. Ooh, she snaps. Yes, glad you guys are learning things here today. If you drive badly, you'll spin. Did you know that? You found that out here for the first time. So, look, I won't lie, I'm a little bit bummed. I was hoping that I would be able to overtake some of the slower class cars, but it seems like there's been so many retirements that this race may just kind of crawl to an inevitable end. Yes, click that thumbs up, guys, please. Let the world see this highly successful race that we're having. The car feels proper again. Correct. Brakes only slow you down, and if you run out of fuel, it's very difficult to win a race. Not that I've learned this in our community races or anything like that. Oh wait, somebody... Oh man. I just got told the BeamNG released its new update. That means I gotta like go and do more work after this. Not that this is work. This is kind of the break in between work. Little snappy. What time is it here? That's a really, really good question. I don't know, as it turns out. My guess is sometime after midnight. Oh man, it's 1 AM already. I'm gonna start doing this BeamNG feature at like 2 AM. But it was all worth it to win this race off the back of pure pace and skill alone. Here's me hoping sarcasm at 1 a.m. translates better than sarcasm the other 23 hours of the day. Thank you for the $1, mate. Ciao, right back at you, man. I would be there with ya had I had it my way. I was meant to be in Italy a year and a half ago. Bummer. That's my usual route. It's Finland, Estonia, Germany, Nurburgring, and Italy for everything else. Italy is just like perfect. Good food, extremely attractive, very angry women everywhere. It's pretty much paradise. Oh, guys, the car, it feels like a car again. I can dance with it. Better wheel feel than any Audi I've ever driven, that's for sure. Yes, the force feedback is amazing. It's one of my favorite engines in all of sim racing, if not my absolute favorite. Andrew, welcome. All subs, welcome. You're witnessing the new king of the Nordschleife destroying a whole multi-class grid based on skill alone. Absolutely no untoward things have happened here today. Totally, completely deserved impending victory. You know, it's just those years and years of hard work and effort paying off. Don't pay attention to the fact that there are no cars racing against me in my own class. That has nothing to do with any of it. Yeah, so the save, you can save cars in RaceRoom, quite hefty saves, much like real life, and that's what I love about it. Its limit is an amazingly fun place, and that's one of the reasons I'm here driving it. And no bumps here, so see when I'm going straight, it doesn't go like go, which modern cars kind of wouldn't do. So they're being quite true to the fact that they want to do a physically based force feedback system, right? See? Pinned. Luna, what happened to the other cars in my class? They had inferior strategy to me. That's what happened. Don't listen to BS. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Nobody ran out of fuel. They just got outpaced, and just due to the sheer shame of being so outclassed here, they just quit. They all retired. They're like, nah, we cannot stand up to the greatness that is this man in his Audi R8.
Keep your focus. You're now in the lead. The stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Hey there. What was that? It was another R8? Oh no, it's C7. Do you like how I kept driving? Like even after missing the pit stop, having to drive a lap on engine map 2 just to make it home. All my guys retired. How you doing, Bentley?
Just retired.
I like that he's just hanging around. He hasn't even retired. He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna chill and watch the race from the grass. The Audi does indeed sound awesome, guys. It's one of the main reasons I drove it here tonight. I love the feeling of it. I love the sound of it. It sounds like they actually went there and I mic'd one of them up. It doesn't sound like a synthesizer trying to replicate a road car, you know? Like many sims do. That's true, actually. Todd's got the right idea. Sub for more dirty Porsche girls. If you sub, I promise I'll drive the 911 after this. Actually, no, I won't. I will drive the one and only car. The 991 RSR GTE. A car that has no other contenders in the same class here in RaceRoom. In fact, it's the only GT car in the entire game. So it'll be
Kissling has retired from the race.
me against myself. Really, the only true enemy I have. Car feels so much better now. After that pit stop, it made all the difference. It's finally just... whatever that small suspension damage was, it felt like it was a lot more than just a small amount. Yeah, so here's what I tell you guys. It's all about race strategy and consistency. It's not about being a hot lap warrior. Doing a good fuel calculation can get you most of the way there. Or pit stopping at all during an endurance race. I find that's a really good basis for your strategy, is to just be like, yes, we're gonna race for 3 hours, we should probably schedule a pit stop somewhere in there. That'll put you ahead of most of your opponents, you see. Hot. No, I've not tried the IGR on the Nordschleife, but I want to. It set the electric record, didn't it? It's kind of scary. I should do it. I should make that another stream. See how many times Erman can crash before he finishes. And can he unlearn to stop referring to himself in the third person?
Retera has retired.
That's what I love about this game, guys. You can put two wheels on the grass, and it does what grass does. If you know how to treat grass, you can get back on the track without spinning, without getting sucked out like it's glue or something. Really cool, really cool physics in RaceRoom. See, I can be happy now that I'm winning. Man, will those BMWs ever run out of fuel? Oh, guys, I'm about to lap them. I'm about to lap someone. Hey. Where are they? They're about 5 seconds ahead. I'm gonna lap someone, guys. Woo! Come on, guys. Subs for lapping. Totally due to superior pace and all that stuff. Not at all, because my entire class retired. Yay! Yay! Multi-class racing. This is why we're here doing it.
Slower class car ahead.
What? What do you mean slower? Our pace is... no. I don't accept that. This is due to pure skill.
Car right. They're in the right. Go, go, go.
Live has just retired.
Alright, maybe they just have really big fuel tanks and the BMWs are like, yeah, we can hold out for the whole 2 hours. We've got GT4s about 3 minutes ahead. I'm guessing the Carrera Cup cars completely all just retired.
Left.
Kranz is now retired.
I do like how they neatly stay out of the way too, it's really nice. Yeah, I know, it's such a great battle, isn't it? I feel like these guys are really giving me a run for my money.
Zandberg has just retired from the race.
I love that limit in RaceRoom. I love it.
You're clear left.
Here's to all the naysayers that said I had bad pace and that I was making lots of excuses. I showed you all. Honestly though, lapping the Nordschleife in this game is its own reward. It's super fun. To anybody asking before, I may have missed in the chat. Farscape? Who mentioned Farscape? Farscape's awesome. So's the next generation though, but Stargate SG1's the best. You will not have a sci-fi conversation without me, especially if it relates to the 90s.
Nagi is now retired.
Just like playing with the wheel at the limit, guys. I might do DTM after... actually, no, I won't do DTM after this. I got a feature beam and Jeep. Fun. mean, I've already got the rig set up.
Snokes has
I mean, I can just drive through a couple of scenarios and show people the graphics, but I feel like a patch video probably shouldn't have my ugly face in it. It should just be the graphics and not me in the corner of the screen going, hey guys, how's about them PBR shaders? Stargate is indeed the Nibali. Whoa! Guys, here's where you can end up with sheer grit and determination and passion and just subsistence in a class all by yourself. Well, you know, GT4's up next. Maybe they decided to, hey, bye-bye. I like how the guys are just hanging around. They're like, I'm not going to retire. I'm just going to watch the rest of the race from the grass.
Just retired.
Don't retire. It's not fun. You don't want to watch the race from the pits. Woo, man. Gets dancy there. Whoa, it slows down so much. The moment you get on the GP circuit, RaceRoom's like, nah.
Alright, hey, that's good consistency. Keep it up. You've just done a 8:22.
Thank you, Matthew. I'm glad you understand and appreciate the skill that you're witnessing here, as I definitely don't overbrake myself into that zone, as I have full control over my throttle and don't lose the rear end whatsoever. I've already watched Farscape. I've watched it multiple times even. I think the last time I watched it was about 2 to 3 months ago.
Faulkner has just retired from the race.
I wanted to watch it on a big-ass modern 4K TV. Turns out it doesn't scale all that well graphically, but I mean, still a really cool show. Really picks up on season 2 once Scorpius gets into it. Subscribe for more nerdy 90s talk. All day and daily. Don't even get me started on Neon Genesis Evangelion. Woo! Or Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo. I finally feel like I'm in a good spot with this car. We respect each other. We know where the limits are. It knows where my limits are. I know where its limits are. I'm sure I'm going to spin out the moment I say that, but it's nice. Nice to be able to go into like autopilot mode and just do it. I wonder what that must feel like in real life, you know, when they enter this mode, flow state, and they're just like, yep, nah. I'm just going to risk my life and not care and drive like a complete alien. Not that I can do the latter, sadly, but hey. Hell yeah. That's the kind of chat I want to see. I never got into Babylon 5 though. I was always told that, like, you know, it's good. But I got in and man, everyone's like green and blue and purple and they all look weird and the prosthetics are full on and it's like, whoa! Too much sci-fi too fast, you know? With Stargate, they're like, ugh. You know? We're gonna show you like a military installation, a couple of regular humans, before we start introducing all the green people. Bye-bye. Whoa! Oh, man. Never gloat.
Okay, hey.
Never gloat at Arenberg, guys. It's fine. You saw nothing. Totally no damage. What F? There's no F. I'm here. We don't need no respects. I mean, pay your respects to all the retirees from this race. Wait, is that all the cars that are left, guys? Has everybody forgotten to pit? Look at the board down in the bottom right there. I can't help but feel that it may not be wise to just finish this race. I feel like we're not racing for much of a point here. Though I am impressed at the size of the fuel tank on those BMWs. Boy, am I glad I got one. At least I won't run out of fuel when I do any cross-country trips. Almost everybody is retired from this race. Yeah, Henrik, I completely agree. Did you have a hand in modeling this R8, mate? Yeah, the best way to learn this track is to do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and then, you know, do that again the next day. Endurance after endurance after endurance. And ideally with people who know how to pit behind you, because, let's just assume this went off without a hitch, and in the future I'm not going to burden RaceRoom with any more endurance multi-class, because, yeah. That's alright, Matthew. We can enjoy the sound of the Audi from the outside for a bit. I'm happy about that. You know, I'm not that bothered by the way that RaceRoom looks. Maybe because I'm old, maybe because I've played and enjoyed games that look far worse than this. But I mean, to me, this is perfectly serviceable. So long as they just work out the bugs, give us more laser scan tracks, let the AI learn how to pit. I'm pretty happy. Day night, maybe? Multiple light sources, DirectX 12 update, maybe? Yep, race totally not sponsored by BMW. Look at the way the car grabs the curbs with the tires though. This blows my mind. Blows my mind when I see it. You can see the tire kind of conforming to the surface of the curb. You can also feel it through the force feedback. So what they said about feeling the contact patch expanding is true from what I can tell. Very, very impressive. Very, very impressed by this game. You know, AI notwithstanding. Guys, thank you for bearing with me through this somewhat haphazard race. I'm going to try and plan something that the AI is able to, you know, rationalize in the next one. If you want to make this a reality in the real world, I have a simracing.gp community down below. We've just exceeded 2,000 members. Help me make it a reality. I want at least 40 of us on the grid. I want to do a 3-hour endurance race on the Nordschleife from morning to evening. We can all have this much fun. You can hear me complain about suspension damage as you race against me in real time. It's going to be amazing. So make sure to like the stream, subscribe if you care to, and join us, SGP down below, as well as our Discord, which is where we organize all of our races. Yeah, Beeman G. Jeremy knows what's up. I need to honor my obligations to the sim racing scene, which means I got to feature that new PBR update. Get it online maybe before I go to sleep at 10 AM. That's a shame, Pan. I mean, if there's anything that RaceRoom should be able to do, it's high... Man, that car sounds good. It's high performance. Oof, that sounds good. So one thing I do... yeah, nah, it's fine. You just saw nothing. So, one thing I like about the sounds in RaceRoom versus ACC they seem less processed, they seem a bit more pure, as if they've done less mixing and compression and saturation and distortion. When you get into an ACC cockpit, everything kind of smashes your face, but in a way that isn't necessarily realistic. Like, I know the sounds have been mic'd up and they're all real, but the way that they process them is like, it just like gives you the impression that it's hyper loud even if it isn't. So they're the two schools of thought when it comes to processing sound effects. I think both are valid, it's just the ACC way is more bombastic, whereas this is like the purest way. I look like a sort of life that has nightly habits and not a human. I really don't know how to take that. That's quite a statement. Yeah, I suppose so. Back in the day, when I could freely go to the gym without lockdowns kicking in once a month, I had slightly different daytime habits, but here we are. You know, we all adapt. Alright, I think this is probably a good place to call it. Sorry for the slight misfire in the race, guys. Hopefully if the devs are watching this, it'll become a higher priority ticket item to sort out the AI fuel calculations on long distance races, and maybe we can try this and have it go off with less of a hitch next time. But in terms of the next RaceRoom events, I'm kind of curious. I don't know. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to race in our community? Let me know. DTM maybe? Multi-class? More DTM? Open wheelers? I'm open for anything, really. RaceRoom's a fun one. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. It's been a very interesting stream. You know, can say that I always expected to win. Perhaps not in this way, but you know, I'm glad that all's well that ends well. And, yep. Until the next one, where my humility comes back, and hopefully the AI works out how to do basic arithmetic, I'll see you guys later. Sorry, folks. I had to come back just to show you this leaderboard. Look at that. Look at that. But you weren't expecting that. Look at that. Look at that. Number one, baby. See us. Thank you for joining me. It's been a fun one.